and we both know that we both coached Johnny Juzang, and he's had some wild swings in his career now with the Utah Jazz. Of star for you, decided to leave
Yep.
school early, high
Yep.
school early, because
Yes.
he's at a great school and he had enough credits to graduate. He was able to go to college a year early. The spring that I got to UCLA, he had already been recruited by other schools, so he went to Kentucky. Really a struggle for him in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Um, Fortunately for me, he came back to LA and came to UCLA. Great 2 years for me. Maybe the 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 expectations of being such a great high school player, highly rated guy, the fame of leading a team to the Final Four leads him to go early into the NBA draft,
Yep.
where he actually had 2 more years, and we
Yeah.
obviously we both love Johnny, but that's what he wanted, so we supported him.
No doubt.
Uh, but he had wild swings, and he had to go to the G League
Yep.
and really grow up and go through a lot of suck. And
No doubt.
but we know he's a highly intelligent kid. Was able to look himself in the mirror and tell himself the truth. Because at that level, you don't have college, you don't have Coach Rebibo and Coach Cronin to put their arm around you and walk you through it. It's pros up there. They don't have heart to hearts with you.
No.
And he dug himself out by changing his body, becoming a better athlete, becoming a better defender, improving in his craft to where he got a contract, a long-term contract to be with the Jazz. But you and I both know his journey well, so I bring him up because it
Yeah.
wasn't all the way he expected it was going to be, right?
No question. No, even from declaring coach, he didn't get drafted. And hey man, like he thought he would have a shot. I mean, shoot, a year earlier, that Final Four run, there was a case for him being the most outstanding player in that tournament, right? He was unreal.
Oh yeah,
Um, but I think, to your point, and this kind of goes back to an earlier point, he he made a decision that I'm going to do whatever it takes, and he bought into what the role that he needed. He bought into what he needed to be, and that role was a guy who defended, a guy who could guard multiple positions with his length, and a guy who shot three at 40 something percent. And hey, 2 years of grinding and not listening and not listening to any detractors or anybody trying to. He grew up and he
yeah,
made a grown up decision, right? But this kind of facilitates all the other things because hey, Johnny growing up was a really highly touted player, really talented, older star, just kind of all that stuff and hey, like life comes at you fast when you're 17, 18 and you have 100,000 likes, and then you go and you lead the UCLA Bruins to a Final Four. And then, oh, by the way, hey, I'm coming back. And oh, by the way, NIL is now a new thing.
yeah.
And, all these factors, like I remember him telling me like he couldn't have lunch on campus one day because people were asking for his autograph, and it's like, this is the same guy a year ago who left Kentucky and couldn't get on the floor.
Yeah.
Um,
Was
so
having
it
a
just
lot of
it
problems. Is just personal. He'd never been through
personal,
something like
yeah, yeah. Well, the idea of like, hey, I'm leaving school early, high school early, missing my prom, missing
that. Yeah,
graduation, um, and he was betting on himself. But he embraced the suck,
yeah,
right? He came to you, and I remember, the first game was a COVID season. You guys couldn't have any fans and all that stuff, and I said, hey, first game after being injured. And he came off the bench. I said, "Hey man, how'd it feel?" He goes, "Coach, I was just happy to be on the floor. I don't care about anything else. I'm on the floor. I got a chance."
right. So, hey, no, so we stay with Johnny Juzang right now at the Utah Jazz, played for both of us, okay? And we talk about, okay, how does a young player advance to get to be where his high school coach will play him? So Johnny gave the best talk I've ever had from a former player of mine this summer to our team, and he talked about our guys. He said, "Look, you guys got a lot of guys in here. I'm just going to tell you, everybody can't play." And what I've learned in the pros is if you get 2 minutes, be as good as you can be in your 2 minutes. Don't pout about your 2 minutes. Show the coach in your 2 minutes that you make good decisions. You get whatever done you're supposed to get done. You alluded to assignments, not baskets,
Yep.
assignments. Now your assignment may be to shoot it in when you're open. Okay,
Right.
but your assignment is also defense. Did you miss blockouts, or were you 100% in your blockout assignments? So he talked about, then you get four. You got two, coach liked them. You got four. Okay, and now
Yeah.
you get eight, and you just got to have the right mindset.